Typhoon Ursula is set to leave the Philippine Area of Responsibility by Saturday, but not without leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. To give us the latest on Ursula's aftermath, we have our correspondent Jenny Dawn reporting live from Iloilo. Jenny, what's the situation there?
Death toll here in the province of Iloilo due to Typhoon Ursula has now reached 9. 7, meanwhile, are still missing. Andrea was already at the airport before Christmas. She supposedly headed to Kuwait as their family's breadwinner. But her December 25th flight was delayed due to the typhoon. Little did she know that while waiting at the airport yesterday, her husband and 3 children who are mourning over the loss of their relative would also met their end.
Parang feeling ko hindi totoo. Parang nananaginip lang ako, sabi ko, panaginip lang, di totoo kasi bakit 4 talaga? Bakit sinabay sa isang iglap? Kaya, syempre, nakakapagtaka, nakakagulat.
The remains of her husband and their 2 children have already been retrieved. Authorities are still looking for her other son. Andrea's Christmas wish is to at least see him for the last time.
Gusto ko siya makitang buhay pero yung hope na kung patay man siya, basta katawan niya na lang makuha. Hindi ko talaga siya makikita. Para magkasama-sama na sila.
10-year-old John was lucky enough to survive. Narrating her dreadful experience, he said the rains were still battering their place at 3 a.m. The flood was already knee-deep, but in just a few minutes, unexpectedly, they got carried away by the flood waters. He held onto a bamboo pole for 3 hours, sustaining wounds all over his body in the process. The provincial government says what happened was a flash flood brought about by the lack of trees.
Wala nang malalaking kahoy doon sa mga bundok at saka mais na lang. For the last more than 10 years na ginagawa yan ng mga tao.
Majority of towns here in northern part of Iloilo still no electricity and signal remains weak. Authorities are looking to solve the problem within 2 to 3 days.
Jenny Dawn reporting live from Iloilo. Thank you, Jenny. The death toll due to Typhoon Ursula's climbed to 16, but the devastation it caused was also far-reaching. The NDRRMC reports more than 500 families, or about 2,300 persons, were affected by the typhoon. In Iloilo and Capiz, 2 schools were partially damaged and 13 road sections were affected, 7 of which are still unpassable. Across different ports and terminals, more than 15,000 passengers, 1,300 cargoes or pieces of cargo, and 41 vessels and 26 motorboats were stranded. More than 12,000 families were displaced. That's about 58,000 people. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, meanwhile, released the list of airports damaged by the typhoon. These are the international airports of Calibo, Puerto Princesa, Iloilo, and the airports of Rojas, San Jose, Tacloban, and Caticlan. All airports are now operational, except for San Jose Airport and Calibo International Airport. Operations will resume in Calibo by Friday and in Caticlan on Saturday. Certain flights to and from Calibo have also been canceled. This is to give way to repairs on damaged facilities. Philippine Airlines has canceled flights to and from Calibo, Manila, and Cebu. These are the canceled flights for Cebu Pacific passengers coming from Cebu and Incheon, South Korea, going to Calibo and vice versa. And for Cebgo passengers, take note of these canceled flights or flight routes to and from Calibo, Aklan. Early this morning, shipping firm To Go Travel had announced their Iloilo, Bacolod, Cagayan de Oro route will be operational by 9 p.m. tonight. But ships coming from Manila and Batangas ports are still banned from sailing. According to the Philippine Coast Guard, signal number 1 is still raised in certain parts of the country.